Hey kitties, I'm Marilyn. If you're new here, and today we have a simple work makeup tutorial. So let's jump right into it. We're going to start with our base. I'm going to use the Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum. This makes the makeup look very glowy, like it says. It looks very radiant, and it just helps the makeup sort of stick to your skin. So I love to apply this when I want a more skin-like finish or when I'm going for natural sort of coverage. It has very small, almost microscopic iridescent particles in it that helps the makeup look glowy, and I just love the radiance it gives to my skin, and I have it and I've had it for a while, so I want to go ahead and use that. So I'm just spreading it all over my face. Now my face is already moisturized, and I also have on some very natural lashes, very natural for me. Okay, so I did all that prior to starting the makeup, just so you know. But I'm just showing you how tacky the serum gets, and now I'm going to put a blurring primer right on the areas where I have larger pores, which are my cheeks, or where I have more texture. Right now I have a little breakout going on, so I'm just going to tap it right in that area. It also helps the makeup last on my skin because this is work makeup, so it has to last, at least for most people, at least 8 hours. Now I don't work in the office anymore, I work from home, but if you're still going to the office, I'm sure you want to go to the office cute. Okay. All right, so now let's work on the brows. I love this Maybelline Builder Brow Pen. I have the shade Black Brown, and it's a dual-ended pen, so it has the spoolie, where it has some sort of serum or liquid that holds the brow hairs in place. And then there's also a pen on the other side that literally helps you build your brow. So my brows, I would say, are pretty full for the most part, but there are areas that are sparse where you just want to sort of complete it. And this is the perfect pen. It looks so natural. It's unclockable because you can't even really see where I drew the hairs, or the hair-like strokes rather, but it blends in so seamlessly. This is a bomb brow product. I have a full video on this, so if you want to check it out, I'll try to remember it, or you can just look for the brow tutorial on my channel, the only one that I have. Okay, and I have to check the mirror just to make sure everything looks okay, but I'm just brushing through a little bit more of the gel to keep the hairs in place now that I've already used the pen to build the hair-like strokes. So let's move on to complexion. Today we're using the Sephora Best Skin Ever perfect foundation when it comes to natural or like everyday or work makeup. Perfect satin finish. It looks literally like your skin. It looks even more natural when you use your fingers to apply it. It shears it out, and your fingers sort of warm up the product before going onto your face, so it just blends in so seamlessly. You can the match and the way it just merges with my skin is so incredible, and I love this foundation. Love it, and it's affordable because it's the Sephora collection. So when that sale comes up, girl, put this on your list of foundations to try. And the shade range is also incredible. You can definitely find your shade, so you for sure need to check that out. Look how natural this looks. You barely can tell that I'm even wearing foundation, so you definitely have to check that out. Now this is Real Techniques dual-ended sponge. Not sure how much I like this. I like the fact that it's dual-sided, but it's something about a dry sponge that I don't know if I really like. But I'm using it to just further blend the foundation. But I don't know. I don't know if I like that. So this is one of my favorites. This is the Pro Fix Stick by NYX or NYX Cosmetics. I'm going to use the shade Cappuccino just to highlight my brows. Very convenient pen. This is another great item for something like work or every day. Really quickly get in there and just get out, girl. Highlight under the brows. I'm going to use a brush to guide the product across the brows just to highlight it and make sure it looks neat and not too, not too sloppy, because the whole purpose of it is to carve out the brows and make it look as clean and precise as you possibly can. So this product is definitely a 10 out of 10 for me. 10 out of 10. I'm just going to go over the top, and what is left on that brush, I'm going to outline or carve out the top of the brows just to, make everything look very neat and frame the face, because brows are like the glue to a look. Okay, so now let's move on to concealer. This is the Urban Decay Quickie Concealer shade 70NN, which is a neutral shade. I love this concealer. If you have oily skin, I would recommend it. If you have dry skin, I would not, because it will cling on to dry patches. And if you have a lot of lines under the eye or dry under eyes, I definitely wouldn't recommend this concealer. But if you are opposite of that, I would recommend it. And again, I'm using the tools God gave me, which are my fingers. It warms up the product. When you're getting ready for work, sometimes you don't have everything in front of you. You have to use what you have. And the application of concealer with your fingers are so seamless, as you can see. Because your hands are warm, of course, it's warming up the product and it's just melting into your skin a lot faster. And that's what I really like. And I think it's a great tool for everyday makeup or for work. Because the whole goal, like getting ready for work, it's like you want to be cute, but you got to get in there and you got to get out. Okay? So just use your fingers, girl, and get it done. How do you guys like my little work bun? Like I've been wearing clip-ins for a while. So I had my hair was in a ponytail with clip-ins and I was like, let me just do a little bun to make it, work appropriate. Yeah, I was trying to be cute, girl. But what do you think? I've been wearing a lot of ponytails lately because I've been having the clip-ins and clip-ins have really changed the game. I love convenience. All right, time to pull out my favorite top setting powder, which is the MAC Studio Fix Pro Set Blur Powder, the shade Medium Deep. It just sets the under eyes so flawlessly, and it's also natural. The shade that I chose is so perfect if you want to just set, blur, and smooth without doing too much highlight or too stark of a highlight. It just melts into my skin like butter, baby, butter. So I'm making sure that I put some over my eyelids as well because I did get some concealer there. So we just want to make sure we set everything so it's not sliding all over the place. And now let's grab the Danessa Myricks Groundwork palette. So this is a really, really, really great palette because it's multi-use. So if you're getting ready for work, you should have something like this because you can do your eyes with it. You can do contour, bronzing, all of that. So right now I'm just doing a little bit shaping to the face, not anything too heavy. I just want to add color back to my face as well as some dimension. So I grabbed one of those brown shades and now I'm working it into my crease with the wax. It's not a wax, I'm sorry, it's like a pomade sort of texture, but when it sets, it's like a powder. It's just a really nice palette. It's so convenient, so innovative. It's just all of those things. And it's by Danessa Myricks, and girl, you know she doesn't miss. Okay? So I'm just bringing that shape back to my face without doing too much or making it look too glam. Okay? So, because I have to really focus on not doing too much when it comes to makeup because I'm like a soft glam kind of girl. I like natural makeup. I do wear natural makeup, but truly, I'm a soft glam girl. So you can see I'm just adding that dimension back to my face without doing too much. So the color is very subtle, so it's great for something like work. I'm not going to walk in there looking like I'm going to like a photo shoot. Not that that's a bad thing, but you just want to be natural, effortless, cute. It's work. So I'm just adding that dimension right back to my face with the Danessa Myricks palette. Again, I love this 10 out of 10. So glad I got it. She came out with a different one that had a lot more like rosy shades to it. And if I had a choice of both, I would have gotten that one because then I could do blush, bronzer. I could do eyeshadows with more berry shades, but it is what it is. All right, so I grabbed a brush that was a little larger just to further blend everything out quicker and make sure it's more soft and you don't see any harsh edges or anything like that because we just want our makeup to be blended. Like that is the key. Blend that makeup, girl. All right, so now let's go ahead and do our eyes with the very same palette, the Danessa Myricks palette. You see how much time it saves by having everything in like one area. So a really good palette is something that you definitely want to invest in when you want to be efficient in doing your makeup as far as the time it takes to do it because you get ready for work. You're probably late anyway. You're probably doing your eyes, but you're already running 5 minutes late. So anything that's going to make this process a little quicker, why not? Okay, so grab a palette that you can use for multiple things like your face, your eyes, all of that. Okay, so yeah, I'm just using that orangey color. It's a very flesh tone color for my complexion. It's like an orangey brown, and all it does is bring a little bit of warmth to my face. And I'm going to use that shade that I just showed you to highlight my inner corners and brighten the eye just a bit. And that's a matte, like a white creamy shade, which I love matte shadows to highlight the inner corner. I know back in the days we used to use a lot of like shimmery shades, but try using a matte light color, like a creamy bone color or an off-white, you know, some sort of creamy beige color to highlight your inner corner. It kind of just depends on your complexion. Okay, and I'm also going to use the same fluffy brush to get a little bit of the brown shadow underneath, or on the bottom lash line rather. And I'm also going to do liner with this. I'm going to define my lash line with the dark shade that you see in the palette. So we used the palette, we did our eyes with it. We added a little dimension to our face with the very same palette. We're doing eyeliner with the palette. We did several things with the palette, girl. Okay, I'm getting the money. I'm getting my money's worth because this is not cheap. Okay, so I'm just defining the lash line, and we're not doing anything dramatic like a wing liner. We are just making the lashes have a little bit more depth. I do have on some natural lashes, extremely natural, natural for me, girl. Okay, but adding that line deepens it a little bit, makes it look a little bit more black, a little bit more fuller. Now, I always like to run the setting powder back. Like at the end when I'm almost done, I like to tap a little bit more just to freshen up. But I am near the end of the look, so I'll let the powder just hang out until we finish the rest of the face, which is pretty much almost done. But I just want to go ahead and reapply and just smoothen, you know, that center of my face. Now, this blush, when I tell you I am obsessed with it, if you are a brown person of any shade of brown, please go out and buy Back in Butter by NYX Cosmetics. It's from their Buttermelt blush line, and you won't regret it. I feel so cute when I put this color on. It's such a beautiful shade for brown, deep dark skin tones. Please get it. I'm obsessed. I feel so cute with it. But I'm just dusting off all that extra powder that was on my face with just a large powder brush. And then we're going to move on to the lips. Now, the Sephora Lip Stain in Pretty Auburn, I've been using as a lip liner for a while. So you guys should definitely check it out because it's a lip stain. So it's going to last a little bit longer than a lip liner. And we're going to top that off with the NYX Cosmetic Butter Gloss in Spike Toffee. It has the same sort of tone as the blush, and it's just the perfect nude for my skin tone. I just feel so freaking cute with my little bun and my cute little rosy cheeks, okay, and my nice neutral makeup. Perfect for the office. This is a perfect look for every day. Now, like I said, I don't go to the office, and I can't even imagine doing that anymore now that I work from home. But you know, if you do, you can be cute. Okay, so this is the look. Hopefully you guys enjoy the tutorial. I'll insert like a couple of like still pictures of the makeup look right here. So cute. Yes, LinkedIn. Bye guys.